Morning, guys. Welcome to Coffee Chat. Oh, that is so good. And by the way, still very, very warm. I picked this little, warmer up here. I picked it up at XRP Las Vegas, and it's so cute. It's really actually not that big. Holds about a cup, maybe a cup and a half of coffee, but it is really, really cool. Guys, big time deals, of course, happening in this space. And just look what has happened to the price of XRP. Bang! Right back up there, guys. Where are we at? $2.15. The other day, how many of you out there were absolutely terrified XRP was going to fall off the cliff, drop way down there to like what? $1.40, $1.30. Some of them I heard and stuff like that. Now, guys, we may see downward pressure for XRP, but for me, it is just corrective moves in a bull cycle. I don't think we're even anywhere near what the top's going to get. And by the way, of course, today we're finding out that Vanguard actually capitulating their position on XRP, and they're out there, guys. Now, get this, supporting XRP ETFs and other crypto ETFs. You're talking $11 trillion of assets under management. Bang! This is humongous. And I don't think it's going to be too much longer when you're going to see the granddaddy of them all, of course, BlackRock out there and delivering their own XRP ETF. Now, what does that tell you, guys? I mean, have we, not been talking about the psychology of the market? And why do they play the game that they play? Well, because, of course, they can get it on the cheap. Do you know how many people have now capitulated on their investments into XRP and have totally given up? To me, it is absolutely mesmerizing, because I don't think there's any other asset, and you can pick any asset class you want. You think there's another asset that actually presents the same opportunity? I mean, the total backing that XRP has when you're considering all these SPACs going out there buying it like crazy. All the ETFs are going out, and they are gobbling up literally billions upon billions upon billions into these XRP ETFs. So if nobody had interest in it, guys, do you think all these major players would be listing these ETFs out there for XRP, putting all that time, effort, and infrastructure in place? Now you got Vanguard, $11 trillion assets under management doing it, and not too much longer, you're going to see, BlackRock and all that kind of. Do you think they're doing that because they think XRP is going nowhere? Come on, guys. I don't think there's any asset and any asset class that has the setup that XRP does. I really don't, from a fundamental point of view. And this is where I get out there, and boy, do I ever tell you what I think. And you're getting, by the way, my 100% biased opinion when I give it to you. And guys, something big is afoot. Something really big is afoot. We're watching changes in the marketplace happen right before our very eyes. The fact that Ripple just got that license over there in Singapore, to operate, in the capacity of not having to go through third parties, not having to work, but being able to do those cross-border remittances directly. And on top of that, think about this. Singapore's the world's second richest country behind the United States. Did you know that? I mean, as small as it is, the world's second wealthiest nation on the face of the earth. And here they are given a very, by the way, coveted license to Ripple to not only use RLUSD, but XRP in those transactions. That is massive. Yet you got all of these fudsters dumping on XRP like crazy when in fact the whole market corrects, right? Bitcoin dropping down there in the 80-some thousand range, and today back up to the 90,000 range, stuff like that. But XRP, you know what? In this last dip, didn't even drop down hardly below $2. I think it tapped, $1.98 for a very, very short time, and pow was back up there. And here this morning we wake up, and it's back up to 215. I'm telling you, that tells me everything I need to know about where we're going. The fundamentals are shifting, guys. Now, what I'm going to be doing, I am actually been working out, building a studio in the house and stuff like that, because it's getting a little cold. And I thought, you know what? I want to do some deeper dives to kind of show you guys the things that I see and where I go and get this stuff and how you can actually, see this stuff for yourself. I want to get out there and present this stuff to you guys. So I'm going to start doing my afternoon or evening videos in the studio there. And I think it's going to be amazing. And I guess you get to see my Dave cave. I've heard people call it that Dave cave, because I keep it up there and, put all the things that I love. And, I've ordered something to come, and it's a massive, I think it's a 24-inch diameter steel framed ripple coin, actually, that has some LEDs. I'm going to stick that on the wall. It won't be until later this month, but I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be absolutely fantastic. Guys, there are so many things going on. Look at the global money supply. If you've never done this before, I would really encourage you, go type into Google, do an image search, and type in global money supply visualization. Now, I think the most recent one that was done was in 2022, I believe. But needless to say, the crypto market at the time, I think, was somewhere around 780 billion, and now it's like, 3.7, almost $3.9 trillion. I believe it's around there. But guys, that is nothing in comparison to the global money supply. And when they're going out there and they're talking about the tokenization of literally everything, these big players, Larry Fink is not out there just tooting his own horn all by himself, guys. They're in rooms, they're talking, they're planning, they're orchestrating, they're coordinating, and they want this to happen. Now, the thing is this. You consider every one of these equity markets out there in the tune of $105 trillion right there, and they're going to tokenize that. What do you think that's going to do for this space? I mean, really, do you really believe that it's going to cause the thing to fall off the cliff? Or do you think we're going to see some exponential rises in the price and the value of some of these assets? Now, not all of them are going to survive. Obviously, they're not. I mean, there's probably thousands upon thousands just going to fall by the wayside because they're not going to be able to match the regulatory requirements, of course. And, of course, people are going to eventually settle down for real world utility. This is like the burgeoning of the internet, the .com stuff, when you had pets.com not doing nothing but worth millions upon millions of dollars just for a domain name. That's how misunderstood the internet really was. Well, guys, it's like that now. A lot of people are misunderstanding. They're jumping into meme coins, this one, that one. And yes, you can make a quick buck doing that. That's for sure. But more people get wrecked than actually make money on it. But it's going to be the utility that drives this new economy. It is the rails, it is the engine, it is the fuel, and it is going to send it. I'm telling you what, the world is changing. This transformation that you and I are witnessing, and I'm asking the question, do you see what I see? And what appropriate time to ask it, right? Do you see what I see? Well, I'll tell you what, I see a future coming that is going to revolutionize the fortunes of so many. Are you going to be a part of that? Are you going to be a part of that? Or are you going to let your fear, your uncertainty, your doubt, your emotions, are you going to let yourself FOMO staying in, not just getting in, or being fudded out? And that's why you need a strategic plan. I've shared it so many times. And guys, Judy and I, by the way, we've already talked about it. We are not, when this thing takes off, we are not going to be doing that coaching any longer. Nope, no way, no how. And in fact, I'm even thinking about cutting it way back because look, we're out there strategizing. We're out there meeting up with different people in the space, and different influencers and stuff like that. By the way, Alan Staples, he's going to be coming on the channel this coming Thursday, and he's got a big time, thing happening there in Fort Lauderdale in January, and Judy and I are going to be a big part of that, along with a lot of the other guys you're watching. They're going to be down there too. Something you may want to tune into. But lots are changing, guys. Don't leave it to chance. Like, we learned so much from that last run. It was wild. And yes, we left a lot on the table. What we took off the table revolutionized our life, but we still left a lot on because we didn't know, guys. And now we do. And that's a big difference. So I'll tell you what, if you're interested in that one-on-one where you and I can meet together, for that 1 hour over Zoom, and take a look at your portfolio, make sure that thing is balanced towards your goals, absolutely help you to identify the genuine psychology of this market and plan, guys, for a strategic plan, then I'll tell you what, you visit me at thedigitaloutlook.com and you can get yourself on the calendar. But I'm going to tell you, they're not always going to be there. and I want you to make it. Absolutely. So guys, I'll tell you what, until later on today, when we have another fantastic video for you, have a fabulous one and take care.